Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by and I hope you hang out for a little bit. So we're back over here near the wood yard and right here beside the barn where we work our cattle, and I'm going to start on a little project today that I've been wanting to do for a while, and kind of going to have to rearrange a few things to get the project worked in, but I want to get it up and going as soon as I can so I can take advantage of the summer heat. But you know, one of the biggest things that you struggle with firewood, to me, you know, it's not the splitting, it's not the cutting, it's not finding it, it's how long it takes for it to season. And that's a big downfall to firewood. You know, you can have a face cord cut up and split, you know, roughly an hour and a half, depending on what kind of splitter you've got, but you're waiting 12 months on it to season out to be able to sell it. So my plan is I'm going to build a solar kiln and try to speed that process up a little bit, especially for my bundle wood, because I get behind on it and I really need to keep it going out quickly. So that's the biggest reason I'm gonna build it, and then of course do the bulk wood as well. And then one day down the road when I get my sawmill done, I can cure and season the lumber in it as well. So a lot of benefits to it, and I want to get started on it. So I've started a little area right here, like I said, next to where the barn we work our cattle in. Kind of scratched out a little area right here and got it leveled out. Got a few little flags in the ground to mark it, and I'm going to put it right here. And this is facing, you know, this is going to be the front of it right here, and this is facing due south. So this angle I've got it sitting here on is going to be due south, looking straight over that way, and hopefully get the biggest part of the sunshine for the day. But I'm going to build it. I'm going to do a hybrid kiln. It's going to be 20 feet long and 8 feet wide, and it's going to be based off of the Virginia Tech solar kiln build. Just a little bit different on the dimensions, because I want to build it big enough to where I can get 4 IBC totes in it, or a 16-foot piece of board lumber. And then also on that extra 4 feet, I want to put a wood stove in there, and in the winter or in the spring, fall, when I'm not getting, you know, all that sun, I want to take my scrap wood and put in there to build a fire to keep the temperatures up. So I've got some of my lumber cut. These are my floor joists. They're going to be 2 by 8s. And then I've got my subfloor and sheeting for the bottom of it here as well. And let me take you around the corner and show you what else I got. So I brought the gooseneck trailer over here and backed it over here in the shade. And I've got these 20-foot 2x10s that I'm going to use for the outer bands. And then I've got some 8-foot 2x10s I'm going to use on the ends. But what I'm going to try to do is utilize the deck of the gooseneck here, because I'm about 8 foot wide between this angle and the other side angle. So my thought is to lay these bands up here on the 8-foot sections, go through here and put all my joists in, and that way I'm right here at waist high level. I'm not having to bend over and do a lot of work bent over. So that's what we're gonna try to do. We'll see how it works out. This big 20-foot 2x10 is gonna be a lot to kind of handle, but I think once we get a couple of the joists screwed in, everything else will go pretty quick. So that's what we're gonna try to do this evening over here in the shade. There's a little bit of breeze blowing too, so that helps. But not sure if this is gonna be a multi-part series on this kiln build. It probably will end up being, but this is either going to be the beginning of the video or part 1. So we'll see see what kind of footage we get together and how long it runs, and we'll kind of go from there. But stick around, let's see if we can get the base of this thing built.
Turn it over, Brandon. All the way around. Factory sides over here. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know you're gonna have to cut down there, but should have cut off the other end, I guess.
So along the sides here, for a little bit of extra support, I'm going to put, I ripped this 2x4 in half. I'm going to put it right here and screw it into the side and use this as a ledger board. Most places in the codes, like if you're building a deck, you can actually use a ledger board instead of joist hangers, which joist hangers work really well, but they're cumbersome, they slow you down, and they're expensive. So, you know, I've got basically 4 screws at each one of my joists, you know, per 2x8. And then I'm going to take this ledger board right here, and at every joist I'm going to screw it into the band as well. I've already done that side over there. I don't know if you can see the screws or not, but it just gives it a little bit of extra support and kind of braces everything there and makes it good and sturdy. So let's go through here and put this one on, and that should just about wrap up the bottom.
1/2 inch.
So for the insulation in the floor, I went with this R30 unfaced, which is for, says for attics, but it's 9 1/4 inches thick, of course 15 inches wide. So it worked out pretty good for these 2x8s on the bottom for those joists. Fit in there pretty well, and it's going to give me some good R value on that floor, which, you know, in the winter is really the worst part, when that cold air from the ground is going to want to try to go up into the floor, and that's probably going to be my coldest, you know, my coldest place in the kiln, just because of course heat rises. So I wanted to try to insulate the floor really good and make sure I didn't lose anything down there. here's where we're at so far. Got everything insulated, got it sheeted with this subfloor here. This stuff is pretty resilient. Like it says here, it's got a lifetime warranty. A while back, probably 10 years ago, I saw some samples of this stuff that they literally laid it out in the rain for a month and it didn't swell, didn't cup or bow or do anything. So this is going to make it's a little bit more expensive than regular tongue and groove, but it's going to make a really good moisture resistant subfloor that's good and sturdy. So that's the reason I chose this LP Legacy subfloor, just because of its moisture resistance and of course the good strength qualities it has. So I don't think you can go wrong by using that for the floor. But so far it's turning out good. Definitely gonna have to get me some supports in the middle, which I knew I would, but I wanted to get everything, you know, leveled and squared up and, you know, situated where I wanted it to, and then I can come back and put my center supports in right here, because right now it is a little bit bouncy right here in the middle, but I think that'll definitely get resolved once I get some supports here in the middle. Here's a look at it from the back. Definitely a lot closer to the ground from the back here, but it worked out good. I wanted to keep it as low as I could to the ground and not have it elevated so high. But I think that's going to do it for this video. It's probably starting to run a little bit long, and I didn't think I'd be able to do this build in one video. So definitely going to be 2, 3, maybe even 4 parts. We'll just see. But it's a good little project, and I think it's gonna serve me right and help me get this firewood dried out a little bit quicker, and that's the main goal. So if you enjoyed this content, hit that subscribe button and come back and look for future episodes on the solar kiln. I appreciate y'all stopping by today. We'll see you.